All right, good evening and a warm welcome to the TLC Talks episode, which streams on every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. I'm Preeti Muzumdar. I'm the Vice President for Cluster 2 of TLC. And today I have with me Ranjana Ghoshal, who is a growth acceleration coach. Warm welcome, Ranjana. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Preeti. There's a lot of chaos outside that is bothering us a lot, I'm sure. And otherwise, things are going. I'm busy with work and lot of, pending work. So busy with that.
So happy to have you here today, Ranjana. I think I feel very proud about the fact that you're one of our founding members of TLC series, which is our mastermind circle where we meet every week. And you know personally that as a friend also, we've known each other for a long time. But for the viewers who don't know about Ranjana, what is your story? So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Wow. This is interesting. The moment somebody asks me to tell my story, I get so enthusiastic. So, Preeti, basically, and to the viewers, let me just tell you that when I was young, academically, I was not interested at all. My mom had to chase me that, your exams are coming, please study. But I was never interested to the extent that my neighbors would come and ask, how do you pass every exam? You're never sitting inside the house. So life went by like that. And I was really a fun lover. I used to socialize a lot, too many friends, groups of friends coming in, groups of friends going out. And my mom would ask, when will you study? They are coming and going and studying at home. So after that, what happened is there was always something in my mind that I want to do something. Now, what is that do? I was never clear about it. So then what happened is I got married at a pretty early age and I got two sons at a pretty early age. And now my sons are lawyers, but when they were growing up, I just thought that something is not okay with me. I am not happy. I'm anxious. I'm depressed. I feel I have not achieved anything in life, so that used to keep on coming from the back of my mind. My inner voice would always come and tell me that, Ranjana, there's no feeling of achievement. What are you doing? So and I used to discuss it with my friends, that why I don't know. I don't feel happy within. Then I always have been very lucky to get good friends. So there was a friend who introduced me to an international school, and I started, it's called Billabong High School, and I started being, doing their curriculum, and I joined as a curriculum developer, and I was enjoying it. It was a very creative work. And then they took me to their, senior school, high school, and I started teaching English there. But as I told you, I was not feeling happy. Something was not making me happy. So then I decided to start something of my own. And I started from home. Somebody told me again that, Ranjana, why don't you take personality development program for us? I said, wow, this is a new thing. This is a good thing. I should start. So, Preeti, I started from home. And through word of mouth, believe me, today I don't believe it happened like this. And by God's grace, I started getting a lot of clients, and we were doing it from home. But, being a woman, a man coming at home and doing sessions was not the right thing. I used to feel little insecure. So I opened up, small office. From there, I started, and I started as a personality development trainer. Then I became a leadership coach. And then, my journey started, and it is wonderful. See, when I tell you, you'll not understand how happy I feel.
No. I can clearly sense that beat in your voice when you talk about your work. So yeah, of course, don't even guess twice as to that. I cannot understand. Yeah, maybe I can't feel the kind of euphoria that you feel,
Yes.
but yes, the joy is clearly seen. It's on your face.
Absolutely.
And your tone and everything.
Absolutely. So what happened is I started realizing that I can do it. those self-doubt over the years, and anxiety, depression, all went out. Even, the psychosomatic symptoms started coming. I used to get headaches and all, because again, I always used to feel I'm not happy because I'm not doing what I wanted to do. So when I started working, it was so beautiful, life with students and understanding human beings, human emotions, and working on giving them clarity, giving them direction is amazing. It's a wonderful feeling, and you go anywhere, you meet a student and they, like they express their gratitude, you feel it's a different world. And with time, I did a lot of courses, pretty lot of courses. And believe me, I don't remember. Sometimes my team says, ma'am, we have to add this also. And I say, oh, wow, So I literally have done courses after courses to understand more and more of this industry. And I've actually received quite a few awards, which has given me.
Please do care to mention. I mean, I know about it, but I want people to know about it. So please do share.
Yes, I know. And honestly, it is not a feeling of pride. It is more feeling of, like telling people that if I can do it, you can do it. Because I started at the age of 36. And before that, I have never worked anywhere. So I was chosen as the Woman Entrepreneur of the Year in 2015. Then in 2017, I was the Woman Icon of the Year in the education industry field. Then I got some leadership award in 2019. So,
Awesome.
It's a wonderful journey from where to where. So I always tell everybody that, if you want to do, don't get stuck. Keep growing. You will really do wonders.
So first of all, many congratulations on all those achievements. Very deserving for you. How many years have you been in this coaching industry now?
Preeti, I started in 2008 from home.
Wow.
But yes, so it's almost 12 and a half years now. But actually, I started my office, set up properly with a team from 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I think, you have been a parent, you've taken on so many other roles, but at the same time, you have kind of nurtured this dream, which is fantastic.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about what is your area of focus as a coach or a trainer? Whom do you work with and why? And if you can tell us a little bit about that.
I believe a lot in this word, why. Why do you do what you do? So let me just tell you, when I started, it was any and everybody. And, anybody who wanted to do personality development, I would, train them on that. So gradually I realized that, why not do something with young leadership? So I started working on that. Then I started working with corporates on leadership. I had a fantastic program. I still have it. It's called iLead program, where starting from success habits to emotional stability, to communication, to professionalism, to leadership. It's a whole, cycle where one can grow themselves professionally. So from personality development, I went little higher up as, a leadership trainer. And I realized one thing, that everybody needs a mentor. And in those days when I wanted to do something, I was stuck, I had no mentor.
I'm going to stop you there a little bit, Ranjana, and I want to emphasize on that point. And this is something I always look for, these small little nuggets which come up in my conversations, and I want to highlight them because, one of the qualities or one of the essential things that you need in life to become very successful is to have a mentor. And I think you have rightly pointed that out, that at any stage, you need to choose somebody who will guide you and motivate you. So thank you for saying that. And yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead for that.
So yes, Preeti. So it was not only guiding and motivating, it was like beyond that, creating an action plan and be accountable. The students, when they are accountable to someone, they can't run away. I've made students, go to Juhu Beach and send me a selfie that they have actually gone and they started working on their weight. So the thing is, as you rightly said, mentoring someone, it gives an immense pleasure to me, because I'll tell you, in today's date, everybody is busy. So when a person, and right now I'm catering to 30 years to 45 years, entrepreneurs as well as corporates, professionals. Everybody wants to grow in life. As Warren Buffett said, that the best investment that you can do is on your personal development. So everybody in today's date wants to grow. And Tony Robbins says that growth is a human need. So if you're not growing, you're stagnated. But when you want to grow, what is the right direction? What is the right action plan? What is the way you can perform that so that you can stand out in a crowd? All these, if someone comes and says with an added voice that, yes, this is the way you can do it, some strategy, if they can say, like the mentor who actually contributes, it is so helpful for the person to grow quickly.
True. Yeah, I think it just accelerates the growth, and therefore you're the acceleration growth for them. I think that is really.
I love this, my niche, growth acceleration. I don't call myself success coach, because the word success is very different for everybody.
Correct.
But growth is something which we have to have. Preeti, let me tell you, I used to be very depressed and anxious when I was not doing anything. The moment I started doing something fruitful and something of my choice, everything changed around me.
Very true. I think, Ranjana, you put it very beautifully, that we are all looking for the purpose of our life. And when our passion and our purpose meets, the growth is the natural outcome of it. So your body, your mind, so you more than for others, you're doing it for yourself actually.
yes,
so
absolutely.
very well said. Yeah. So now let's look at, what's happening right now with the pandemic situation, and a lot of entrepreneurs are struggling. They are, wondering what's going to happen. I mean, the future is very, very uncertain. So as a growth acceleration coach, what would you suggest that people should do at this stage?
Yes, that's a very good question, Preeti. This keeps coming to my mind these days. The thing is, the world is actually suffering a lot, and we cannot, unnecessarily tell people, console people, no, things will be fine. Everybody is suffering physically, mentally, health-wise. It's quite chaotic right now. But what people, entrepreneurs and professionals should also understand, that when things become normal, in whatever way, normal, am I able to grasp and adapt the new age solutions? Now we call this a VUCA world, right? The VUCA world is basically volatile world, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. Am I able to fit into this kind of a situation and work? Because nothing is certain around. So that adaptability and flexibility is very important for an entrepreneur or a profession.
Yeah, so basically, I think the message here is expect the unexpected, expect only things to be changing all the time around you, and how quickly are you going to adapt to it and work towards adjusting and making the most of your environment is the most important thing that you can do.
Exactly. So prepare yourself for the change, because change is happening every day. Every day. So are you prepared with it, or are you feeling stagnated? And as I understand, there is a lot to do with the YOU of business. The U part of business is very important. Strategies, the way you get your fund, the way you do your cash, whatever, all these come later. Your mindset and your skill set is most important for your group.
So if I have to ask you to point out probably three very essential mindsets that any entrepreneur needs to have, which would be the three important things that every entrepreneur should keep in their mind, to become more adaptable or more flexible or whatever it is, what would you recommend?
Okay. So first is they need to know that they have to grow from limiting beliefs to empowering beliefs. We have a lot of negative thoughts, just talking to us. The inner voice is telling us you're not good enough. You will not be able to do it. It is like this around. What will you do? But if you have belief in yourself, if you feel that my self doubt needs to go, and from the limiting beliefs, you shift to your empowering beliefs, things automatically change. Second is change is constant. So the faster you adapt everything, it is better. And third thing which I feel is things are changing in a very different way, like technology. We all had fear, even 4 5 years back. And especially people of my age, like how will I understand what is Zoom? What is this PowerPoint? What is this Excel? And I realized the moment your mind closes, you will never able to learn. But the moment you open your mind and start working on it, and honestly, Preeti, when I came to TLC, I learned so many new things, like building a community. I was always struggling, and I started focusing on it now. So that's what every entrepreneur and professional should understand, that things are changing. You have to keep learning, and if you don't learn, you will be stuck.
Very true. Thank you so much. That was really, really very well pointed out by you. Ranjana, if I have to ask you what has been one of your most memorable coaching experiences, or anything that you feel one of your students who really touched your heart, and if there's any such, or maybe a funny incident or something that you might remember which you'd like to share.
I'll tell you, when I was training these students, and they were like between the age of 22 to 25, 26. One fine day, they came two, gentlemen who were almost 38 plus. One was 38 plus, one was 50 plus. And they came, and I thought that they have come for their kids. So I started talking to them accordingly. But I realized that they had come to learn
For
public
themselves.
speaking. Yes. And I asked them that, why do you think that I'll be able to do it for you? That self-doubt. And they said that, no, we have heard about you quite a few times. So we are sure you'll be able to train us. And do you even know, Preeti, I trained them. One was a CFO and one was
Wow.
a CS of a very big company. I cannot take the names. And I had to train them on taking up shareholders meetings, reading the, like all those AGM points and all. I literally had to work with them. And once I started that, you don't know how many CS came and took training from me. So,
Wow.
this was like, and I started laughing later that I thought they must be having kids of 10, 12 years or 15 years. I will have to tell them that I don't take such young people. So I was mentally ready. And the moment they said, no, we came for ourselves, I was very happy. And you won't believe, I'm still in touch with all of them. And they keep sending their known people. And I started growing like this.
I think the best testimonial is when they ask you to train other people. Somebody who's had a very good experience with you, that itself speaks volumes if they're going to ask you to do this, give that same experience to someone else. So kudos to you for that effort. And
thank you. That was a really super experience for me.
Yeah. Okay, so now we are coming to the part which is going to be a little tough for you, but I'll remember that you're one of my good friends and try to keep it as simple as possible.
That
The
will be
rapid
nice.
fire section of our TLC talks. Okay.
Yes.
So, are you ready, Ranjana Ghoshal?
I am scared. I am worried, but you can tell me, Preeti.
No, there's no need for you to feel worried or scared or anything. It is going to be pretty easy from your heart answers, and I think you'll just say
Make it easy. Make it easy.
All right. So, what has been the most rewarding part about being a coach?
When I see my students performing well, and then they come back and tell me that, thank you, ma'am. It was all because of you. I think no gift is beyond this. This is the best.
Very true. And what has been your most difficult part or the most not so fun part about being a coach or a trainer?
Oh yes, I'll tell you. When the parents want one thing and the student want one thing, so that the student is not liking what you are saying, and at the same time, when you try to make the student happy, the father is not liking what I'm saying. So that there becomes a big problem. So I have to be very balanced and manage well, so that they keep sending more people and not get annoyed with me.
Okay. So the third question there is, which is your favorite code of honor from the TLC code and why?
Lifelong learner. Because Preeti, I love learning. You know me very well. I have a lot of books pending. I have not touched them yet, but I hope to finish them soon, because I feel the more you learn, the more you can handle people's problems. Because problems are, like so different for each and everybody, issues and their pains. If I learn more, I will be able to help them more.
Yeah, I think that is very true. I know personally how you are always eager to learn new things. And therefore, I do believe that the lifelong learner thing is something that is really right. Uh, one message that you would like to give to people in this current Corona situation, what is that one message that you'd like to give?
Okay, the message I want to give is, don't watch news, don't watch negative news. It just builds a lot of stress in your body. You are damaging your body. So rather than that, spend time on learning and growing, because all these learning will be of use later. But if we keep on watching these videos, news, and read these negative news, what happens is our stress hormones get generated more, and then we suffer a lot. I think we have to have some kind of happy hormones coming up so that we feel better. To do that, I think if we learn, see, my personal experiences, I've done 27 courses in the pandemic in 1 year. Everybody would laugh. But why I did it was, it kept me busy. My mind was busy. And I stopped, in the last 1.5 months, I stopped because of some, issues with COVID. But I realized, how unhappy I was. So I started again, sitting in front of the laptop with some books and notes. It just diverts my mind. And I think that's the best way you can spend your time.
Right. So if I have to ask you one last question, what has been your source of inspiration throughout your life, or in your coaching career?
Should I mention about a person?
Person or anything, somebody.
Preeti, I have, my dad is 91 years, and till the time the lockdown started, he was like a visiting professor in various MBA colleges, and he's a ceramic like expert, so in different ceramic colleges. So he had told me once that if you don't keep learning, you will get stagnated. And that time, as I told you, I was never a good student. I never wanted to study. That time I laughed at him. But today I truly feel what dad says, like, if you are busy, your mind is busy constructively, you can never feel unhappy within. And I truly believe this. So he has been a big inspiration in my life. Sometimes when I'm stuck, I call him and I ask him about, some points, and we exchange a lot of thoughts. And he tells me, I never knew you've become such a good girl now. That makes me feel really good. You can imagine I'm still a girl to him.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think that is special. I think fathers and daughters are also special.
Absolutely.
And I think getting no compliment is, worth the weight of gold, as much as your father saying that, you become a good girl. So
absolutely. Imagine good girl. And I laugh at that phrase.
I'm sure he's very, very proud of you, Ranjana. And we are also very, very proud of having you as one of our founding members in TLC Mastermind. You have been a very good contributing member, helping us and learning with us and growing with us. I really want to thank you for taking the time out and joining us on TLC Talks today. My best wishes and all the best
Thank
to you.
you.
Keep being the bubbly, fun person that you are. All the best.
Thank you so much, Preeti. It was wonderful, very good experience. And I just want to thank you and TLC because the community that I have with TLC is simply amazing. I love this community. I love all my coach buddies. And I wish all the best to TLC, you and everybody here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ranjana. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.